Hi guys, this is Jason.com and I'm here with the brand new Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. It's a foldable phone from Xiaomi, which is the Leica camera technology at the backside. And the fact that we have no less than two telephoto cameras here. A 10 megapixel shooter with 3.2x optical zoom and a periscope camera 5x optical zoom. Main 50 megapixel camera with the Sony IMX800 sensor and a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. At the front side and the external side, you can find the punch hole for a 20 megapixel camera, while internally you can find another punch hole for another 20 megapixel camera. This is an 8-inch screen. It's one of the larger foldables out there, actually 8.025. It's an AMOLED screen with a 120 Hz refresh rate. So if you want gaming can happen here. The external screen is actually much bigger than its rivals, especially Samsung, 6.56 inches of AMOLED goodness with the 120 Hz refresh rate. So yeah, you can also do gaming on it, and you can much easier type here compared to what Samsung is offering right now. Now inside the phone, you're going to find a very powerful CPU, which is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. So if you go here, you should probably learn some of the specs of my device, and you can find some info here. Now it has 256 gigabytes of storage, it has 12 gigs of RAM, and you can also add an extra 3 gigabytes of virtual RAM to this. Once again, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is impressive to see in a phone which measures slightly above 5 millimeters in thickness when open and almost 11 millimeters when closed. It closes like this without a gap between the two surfaces. You can see one of the speakers at the bottom and a USB-C port, but here at the top there's the infrared emitter and the other speaker. I'm not sure if it supports or not styluses because, for example, the Honor phone, the new foldable Honor phone, supports such a thing. Okay, now aside from that, I should probably also mention that this device weighs 255 grams. It feels heavy at first sight, and it comes in black and gold. We have a special fiber woven backside with 5 layers, but there's also a version with glass at the back, not just the woven fiber. There's a 4,800 mAh battery inside with 65 watt wire charging and 50 watt wireless charging. There are dual speakers here with Dolby Atmos, and definitely there should be some tuning. If you go to the camera interface, and you've seen our recent review of the Xiaomi 13T, you're going to find some elements. First of all, confirmation of the zoom. We have these levels, 3.2x for the first telephoto camera, 5x for the second periscope camera. There's also the Leica styles, authentic and vibrant depending on your needs. And then we have the more section. We can find 50 megapixel, short film, slow motion, time lapse, supermoon, and more. Now, there's also in the photo section some extra options like grid lines, AI camera, motion tracking, focus, tilt shift, and so forth. But the most interesting thing is definitely in the Pro section, which is here, and it includes a video section, and it provides you with LOG and LUT coloring, once again much like the Xiaomi 13T Pro. Okay, so what else? It runs on Android 13 with MIUI 14 Fold on top, and a bunch of examples for this Fold thing is, for example, in the camera interface. You can split it in two. You can have the options at the bottom and a preview, and the viewfinder at the top. In the browser, you can find the content at the top and the keyboard at the bottom. The same thing can be said about the note-taking application. You can see your text at the top, and at the bottom you can have your keyboard. And the experience goes on and on and on, splitting the screen in two. Okay, so it's one of those phones which is supposed to fit very comfortably in your skinny jeans on account of being so slim and light, and it's able to open at various degrees from 45 degrees to 135 degrees without feeling any problem for the hinge. Now you may be asking me, is the hinge visible? Can you see it? You can definitely see it. You can definitely feel it. I wouldn't say it's an evolution from the Mix Fold 2 before it when it comes to that aspect, but I feel that the hinge has now been loosened a bit compared to the predecessor. It includes 14 micro hinges, which is almost double compared to the predecessor. Sadly, it doesn't get sold in Europe. It's only available in China, so which is too bad for me, if you ask me. It has the highest potential camera because it has 2 telephoto cameras. I haven't seen that on any foldable right now, so yeah, it's too bad that we don't get to see it in Europe. That's it from us. This is the Mix Fold 3. A lot of potential, but only in China.